Welcome, everybody, to week 12 of the DGSRacing.com Modified Tour. This week, we're at Bristol Motor Speedway. Qualifying underway right now. We've got two drivers getting times in. Scrumetta on the pole with a 14.05. From what I'm hearing from a lot of drivers is it's pretty flat out going board with Quinn Newton right here. Starting to make his laps. You can hear it. I mean, it sounds just about full throttle, if not completely full throttle. A little bit of lift right there. Maybe a little loose for these drivers. Lap 1. Lap 1 did not count. Lap 2 was a 14.02. That puts him on the pole position. So Quinn Newton, a very fast lap. Quinn with some medical complications yesterday. Took him out of the ARC race here in Sidewinder, and tonight he's fully under the influence. So it's pretty impressive for him to get up there on the pole, considering. Looks like Mike Christopher making his lap now. Or not. Okay, he's going to bring it back to pit road. So Cliff Mullins, who has not put in a qualifying lap yet, he actually won in the first season here in the Modifieds. I think that was around 2 years ago at this point, but he won the first season of the Modifieds at this track in Bristol, and according to, I haven't fact checked this, but according to Caleb Brace, he led every lap. And Caleb Brace, he did run in that first season, I did not, so I definitely trust him. So yeah, we're definitely going to be looking up for Cliff Mullins tonight. Christopher puts it 7th. Here comes Cliff. We were just talking about him. He's coming out for his qualifying laps. And second lap, 14.1. That's gonna put him on, in third. Okay, thought it was a 14.003, but it was a 14.103. So third place for Cliff Mullins. Gonna start on that inside row, and I think he's gonna be our final qualifier. Qualifying coming to an end. Getting ready for an exciting race tonight. I think it's going to kind of bring the draft into play. It's going to be completely different from what we've seen so far. And I'm pretty excited to see what we got, but I'm hearing from a lot of the drivers down there, they're not too excited about it. I guess they think the racing is not up to par, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They did a few test races. They kind of tested the package out, seen what it was like. Got a few of them out there together. Did what they call a pit party, but not entirely sure. Tonight's race, we got half mile Bristol Motor Speedway. Everybody knows Bristol. 80 degrees, 68% on the humidity, cloudy, and 3 miles an hour. So weather not going to play a factor here tonight. Sun is set. Track is super cool. Let's head down and get our grid for tonight's race. Quinn Newton starts on that pole position. I think that might be his first pole of the season. If not, it would be his second, but I think that's his first pole so far. Travis Scrumetta starts on his outside. Travis with a pretty close lap to Quinn Newton, but not quite fast enough for that pole. He's still going to start in the front row, which I think will be pretty important out here, especially on that top lane. It's going to be tough for Quinn to clear up top. Cliff Mullins going to start in that third position. Like I said, Cliff, winner last season, or first season of Modifieds. It's been 2 years since then, though, so lot has changed in terms of car and track and everything with the sim. Caleb Reese starting in that 4th position. Caleb Reese has been fast all season, and I'd love to see him get a win out here. Sitting really good in the playoffs so far, so hoping for a good run tonight. You know, it is round 2. No, it's race 2 of round 1. It's going to cut down to 8 drivers in the playoffs after this race, so we'll keep an eye on that. Try to pull up our points graphic in a little bit. Jeremy Scherer going to start 5th tonight. He's had some good runs so far, looking to get that win tonight. Mike Morkid in 6th. Josh Emerson going to start 7th. Mike Christopher in 8th. Scott Elston in 9th. And looks like Daniel Llewellyn not on track. Daniel was suspended from last week. I forgot to say that. So yeah, Daniel not going to come out on track, just going to sit on pit road, I think. And yeah, that was the grid. Right. Get our final pace lap done right here. Quinn Newton getting ready to get us fired off, and that front row getting really strong. Running through 3 and 4. Onto the front stretch. Green flag is in hand.
Green flag,
green flag here at Bristol. Quinn Newton with a good start. Looks like he's going to clear Travis Skrmetta in the turn 1. Tries to clear up top. Travis lifted for him. Cliff Mullins down to the bottom. He turns Quinn Newton. Huge wreck in 3 and 4. And several drivers involved. I think there was some netcode involved in that one. Oh man. Terrible wreck here. I think Travis Skrmetta went up and over. And a terrible event to start the Hayden Loll apology for 100, not 400. We're not doing 400 laps. All right, let's take a look at what happened right there. That was a big one. So Cliff Mullins looking at that 37. He's going into turn 3. Looks like Quinn Newton just maybe a little loose on entry. Comes down slightly into Mullins' right front tire. And I mean, it's so close. Netcode definitely involved. I think there's about a foot in between those two wheels. Oh yeah, I don't think they even would have made contact right there. Cliff was even trying to pull it down to the bottom to not hit him. So just netcode taking out all these drivers. Let's get one more look at it. I want to see, how the wreck ended, who all got involved and everything. So Travis Skrmetta, innocent bystander to all this. He gets wrecked up toward the top of the racetrack. Morkid looks like went around in a separate incident. So let's look at that. It looks like Morkid also gets turned off the nose of the 70. So 2 people getting turned pretty much in the same spot. But I mean, definitely not egregious or anything. I don't think Mullins really, he was there, he was on the bottom, and netcode just turned the 88. And not a good start to this race for Quinn Newton. He takes his quick repair. Skrmetta takes his quick repair. Morkid looks like he took his repair, I think. Car looks clean. Christopher comes down. These drivers, I did get word, they're not good on fuel to the end of this race. Cliff Mullins now up front after that lap 1 incident. Scherer's running second, Emerson third, Elston fourth, Newton, who's involved in that, in fifth, Scrimetta also involved in sixth, Christopher in seventh, Brees in eighth, Orchid looks like he's going to come out ninth, maybe doing some repairs on that car. Alrighty, everybody double file once again. 95 laps to go, 94 when we take the green flag. Cliff Mullins elects to take the outside on this restart.
Green flag.
Green flag once again. Cliff Mullins with an excellent start. It will be well clear to turn 1. Guys move so fast here, can barely keep up with cameras. They're turning mid 14-second lap times at this track in these cars. That is absolutely flying. I think that's faster than the next gen Cup cars. Lap times on screen. 14.2 for Cliff Mullins, 14.11 for Emerson there. Absolutely flying, and I think that draft is definitely helping out. Yeah, that's true, Cliff. I think he led lap 1, so if he keeps this up, he's gonna back-to-back it 2 years apart in these races, and he's gonna lead every lap. He's going to try to, at least. I don't want to give him the broadcaster's curse here, but... Side by side for third and fourth. Quinn Newton moves up into third after that lap 1 incident. He's on the move. Christopher and Emerson side by side now for fourth and fifth. Scrimetta lurking behind in sixth. Brees in seventh. And I think the question on a lot of these guys' minds right now is, what's the fuel situation? Do I have to save? Am I going to have to pit? Only 14 laps into this race. I don't think they're thinking about racing each other too hard. Especially since you lose so much time when you battle with another car. We saw Christopher and Emerson when they fought. I mean, Emerson's back in 7th now. Oh! Jeremy Scherer goes around! Oh, man! Caution's out! Newton involved again. Oh, yeah, Scherer car... His car is crab walking. That is not good. Christopher's involved. Newton's involved.
Nope.
Newton's oh, he's parking it.
Right,
oh
good.
man, his night is over.
That was a close one. I was wondering the same thing with my tag.
A lot of engine smoke on track. Take a look at what happened. So Newton Scherer. Look clean right here. Scherer gets in the wall in the front stretch, and Newton's just got nowhere to go. Christopher as well. Lucky to not have more cars involved in that. I'm bored with Quinn Newton. Off the corner, Scherer just up into that outside wall. Look, on board with Scherer. That right front just digs into the wall, and these open wheel cars, once you get in that wall, it just climbs right up. Nothing you can do about it. So we'll see if Scherer does have a repair left. Looks like Llewellyn brought his car to the track, but he can't get on track. So yeah, Daniel suspended from incidents last week. Looks like Cher not taking a quick repair right here. It looks like I could not tell. Elston Mullins takes it down pit road, and that puts Scrumetta in the lead. The leading every lap hope is gone. I want to fact check that now. We're gonna take a look. Hit up the good old Sim Racer Hub. See what we got.
Keep rubbing it in, Logan.
So yeah, Daniel obviously suspended after last week. So modified season 1. What do we got? Bristol Motor Speedway results. Cliff Mullins was the winner. That was an 80 lap event, and Cliff led 77 of 80. So he did not lead every lap. It looks like a pit cycle. So same thing that happened tonight. But he did win that race, and he led a good percentage of it, over 90%. So looking to do that again. He's got an extra 20 laps to get back up front, so don't think Cliff is too worried right now, but it looks like track position is pretty important. Quinn Newton. Get him in for an interview out of the infield care center. Quinn, just out of the infield care center, what happened there?
Yeah, you know, it just looked like the 15 kind of got in the wall there, and I just didn't have anywhere to go, and that some net code early on with Cliff was atrocious. I was about 6 feet, so I brought an end to my night. I figured I'd come up here and chat with my good friend Lucas.
Absolutely. Well, good to have you, man. You looked like you had a lot of speed tonight. It's good to have a driver's insight. How was the car? Like, how was the racing?
I actually didn't mind it. I know a lot of people are saying that it's kind of like but I didn't mind it. I feel like you could pass on the outside. I passed like 2 cars there. So before, and I was about to pass the 15 before he got in the wall there. So I think you can pass. It's just a matter of, I think maybe when you get to the top couple here, maybe Cliff or Travis, it might be a little bit more difficult. But I didn't think the racing was that bad, honestly.
I've enjoyed it so far from a broadcaster's perspective, but looks like it's pretty easy to hold on to that lead. Scrumetta actually under fire from Caleb Brees right now, so I'm going to hold that thought. Side by side for the lead. Brees with a good run on the bottom, but that top lane is just so strong. Well, Quinn, you're welcome to stay with us if you would like, but
sure, I'll hang around for a little bit. The top line is definitely the strongest one out there. If you can get to that top line on somebody, I think you got a real shot of passing them, but I think it can be done on the bottom too. But it'd be interesting to see if the tire wear comes into play at all.
And I do want to also note they are short on fuel. I'm not sure if that stop there was allowed them to get to the end. How short were they?
It was about 40 laps, 45 laps short, so I know Travis stopped when I stopped on that first caution, so he should be good to the end.
Caution's out. We'll have driver Scott Elston and Josh Emerson, it looks like. That Elston is blowing up right here. That is not good. Emerson had to toe to pit road, so these 2 cars might be out already. Take a look at what happened. Elston into turn 3. Good run off the corner. Oh, the 73 of Emerson up into the outside wall. It's the second time we've seen that tonight. He goes up and over. That front stretch wall has claimed 2 already. Get up here with Emerson.
Hell yeah.
You can see he catches the apron, has to catch it and Caught it right up into the outside wall, and the 85 with
Maybe
absolutely
more
nowhere to
laps.
go.
Anything can happen.
That was
Go
a
on.
tough hit.
On board with Elston. See what he saw. '73 just slides right back up the track. So unfortunate. I mean, Elston, like, he's just, you feel terrible when something like that happens. It had to be you. So many other cars got through that behind and in front of him, and of course, he's got to be the one it slides up into. Here we are under caution again. 3 cautions so far tonight. 32 laps in, 69 laps to go. Nice.
Nice.
Travis Scrumetta still out front. See, checking on Cliff Mullins here. Hit on lap 17. So, just to talk about the pit. Did you say 4.25 laps short? On fuel?
No, 45. It was like
Okay.
45 laps short.
So, I mean, they're still not even in the window, I would think. Right?
You could take another half tank because we only had a half tank, so you could take.
Oh, okay, I see.
Enough, so
once
you should be good. I
Once you
took like
take
10
it, you're
gallons.
good. All right, that makes
But
sense.
you do have to come down. It'd have been interesting to see how it played out green flag because with that longer pit road, that would have been something to see because it would have definitely come down to pit stop time. But with these cautions here, I would think everybody's good on fuel from this point forward. Now, if someone took tires, that could be a real factor here because I feel like the tires are going to wear out a little bit here. I could be wrong, but I think that's going to come into play later. So one of these guys in the back took tires, you know, Travis is staying out. So maybe it comes down to tires. I'm not sure, but be interesting to see.
Only one that pit under this caution looks like it was Elston. That was just for a quick repair, 2-second stop. These guys getting double file once again. Scrumetta taking that outside line, as he should. Daniel Llewellyn revving up his motor in pit lane again. Green flag. Daniel obviously suspended after last week. Scrumetta with a good run through 1 and 2. He's going to hold on to that lead. Breeze files in a second. Cliff Mullins up to 3rd now. Orkin sitting in that 4th spot. Scherer sitting at top 5 right now, trying to make a move into 46. Elston, last car on the lead lap after taking that fast repair in that incident. Sitting in 6th place right now. And Christopher 2 laps down. Did Mike have to tow?
I think he had tow on my second incident.
Okay, so yeah, we got Mike Christopher 2 laps down, having a tow on that incident, and then Emerson 5 laps down. And the rest of the cars on the lead lap, and Newton out and up here with us.
I like watching Cliff here. It looks like Cliff's just trying to find a way around Grace here. I think he's definitely faster, but it'd be interesting to see if he can even get around him. Maybe they could, you know, teammates could work together to get around Travis here too.
Yeah, maybe get some bump drafting here in the modifieds. That's completely unheard of in real life. But here we are. Oh, it makes the move to the bottom. File back in. These guys running, looks like almost 140 down the straightaways. That's flying in one of these cars.
I think these two battling kind of gave Travis a little bit of a lead here, so it'll be interesting to see if they just file in and try and catch back up to him, or if Cliff keeps trying to get around him.
And I caught the apron right there. So that
The
catch a
apron
few
is
drivers.
deadly.
And that cost him a ton of time. It's really loose off the corner. I see a lot of the National Series NASCARs, the stock cars, they'll run up to the wall and they'll be dead straight down the straightaways, and these cars look like they're all over the place when they get off the corner. Coming up on halfway, ready to take our halfway points. I think we have those in this, right?
I am not sure.
Occurred to me that if we do have them, I haven't been highlighting that at all throughout the entire season, so.
It's alright.
Okay, we don't. Good. Alright, we do not have halfway points. Do not listen to me.
Ooh, Cliff heavy into the wall there.
Cost him a ton of time. Hopefully he doesn't have right front damage. What? These top three starting to get spread out. Morkage, Scherer, and Elston. They're about a second behind those top three. But they're all grouped up for 4th, 5th, and 6th. So 2 packs of 3 cars. Plus Mike Christopher tagging along. Just past halfway now, 48 laps to go. Lap times on screen. Scrimetta fastest that time by. Once again, fastest on track, so Scrimetta's driving away from him right now.
That'd be interesting to look. Did he take tires on his stop?
He did have a 27-second stop, so either it was a really long fuel stop or he took 4 tires. But that was on lap 3, so I'm going to guess it was just a really long fuel stop.
Kind of crazy to see him pulling away like this with how heavy the draft was in practice.
Yeah, I think once those tires start to wear, don't really depend on the draft anymore. I remember from season 1 of this series watching the Michigan race, and I was really hoping that was going to be on the schedule this season, because that was one to behold. Bristol's the next best thing.
Well, you know, with me being up here now, it's kind of hoping for a caution. I really want to see a caution, see if anybody takes tires, see what that does. I kind of want to group these guys back up and have them go at it again.
Kind of honestly seems like it's changed from draft to dirty air in the matter of, I don't know, since we went green again. Now it's tough for them to get close, but they're hanging on once they fall off. The leaders are all evenly spaced, almost exactly half a second apart. So, from my cup racing experience on iRacing, it's about a half a second as the dirty air bubbles. So, but 4th and 5th, no problems with dirty air. The 15's trying to make a move on the 46 to the outside. You're talking about wanting a caution. That was a really close. Oh man, they are getting so close in the entry. It's really scaring me right here.
You just don't want to pull out and make that move too early. You make that move too early, it could be.
15's doing everything he can to get around the 46.
He's going low here.
46.
They make contact, he spins him.
46 cut his nose off.
Oh, and
And
Scott got
Elston.
flipped again. Oh my goodness.
Scott is hit. You know what? His car might be okay. So
Well,
he only flipped. There's that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. He's taking it straight to the
Come up
pits.
here and let the broadcaster's curse take effect. I'm picking Cliff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna see tires right here. So
see what Travis decides to do here.
yeah, I think pits will be open this time. We'll see what everybody decides to do.
I think if any of the top three here, if Travis stays out and they take tires, I think they win. Getting to maybe 4th, 5th place on back, it's still a lot of cars to drive through, but Travis is gonna. Oh no!
Uh-oh. Brees, Mullins, Scher, Morkid, all down pit road. Scrumetta is the lone driver to stay out. Oh boy.
I think we saw how strong those tires were playing a factor there at the end there. So we'll see. Maybe he'll still be able to drive away and keep them from passing him. I don't know. I can't say, but you'd have to imagine those tires there are going to be a big factor in the end of this race.
Well, here they all come down pit road. I think Cliff Mullins, I'll be looking for him to take 2 tires right here. That seems to be the Cliff Mullins strategy here in the modifieds. Try to get that track position. Brees takes 2 tires. Mullins with 2 tires. Everybody else taking 4. I like the 4 tire call. It's the fall off seemed kind of bad right there. So I don't know. Those left sides are probably getting leaned on pretty hard compared to normal short track racing. But let's take a look back at the accident now that we've seen all the pitting. Got Mike Morkid and Jeremy Scheer. Oh, this was the wrong accident. I am sorry. Here we go. Okay, so 15 throws a crossover on 46 in turn 1. 46 with a bit of a pinch to the bottom, but you know, I do want to say I think there was a car width there for a moment. It could go either way. I don't want to play favorites here. I'll just give us a good angle over right here. So 15 making the move on 46. It's close. I think the 15 was there. I think we can all agree on that. Look back up front. Scrumetta on those old tires. Hasn't taken tires yet this race. 70 laps on him now.
You good with pulling Scrumetta up here real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it. Hey Travis, real quick here. You're on old tires. What's your strategy here?
Hope for a caution because I think I messed up.
We were thinking that up here in the booth. Well, good luck. We'll push you back down there. I just want to see what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Saw they were getting close to going green here, so I didn't want to hold them up too long. But I think I wanted to see what he was thinking here.
Kind of a Chase Elliott Coke 600 situation there. You think somebody might stay out with you, and whole field ends up pitting behind you. But here we go. He takes the top.
Green flag.
And there it is, green flag.
Good
Steps
jump.
on. Absolutely. Gonna be well clear of the field into turn 1. And I think it's gonna take a bit for those tires to get warm for everybody that took them. And you have to wonder if it throws off the balance of the car taking 2 tires. That would be my worry right now.
I would have definitely taken 4 tires there. You had time. I feel like Caleb and Cliff weren't really trying to necessarily beat the back half of the field out. I would definitely take 4 there. But I'm also sitting up here in the booth with you, so. Big run here from Caleb, taking it to the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like those tires are really helping them out right here.
Oh,
Still side by side. And it looks like he'll clear for the lead. And Cliff Mullins now making the move to the inside of Scrumetta.
Oh,
they're
Cliff
wrecking Cliff
Mullins!
Mullins! Andrew Beach with the broadcaster's curse picked Cliff Mullins to win, and Cliff Mullins is now wrecked. upside down. He's gonna have to tow it. That's his night. That is so unfortunate.
My.
He had a good shot to win this race.
Looks like he tried to clear himself, and looks like he just wasn't there, just barely. Oh, that is so close. Trying to get up in front of Travis there, and just gets clipped by Travis's left front tire.
And it looks like Mike Christopher comes around, going to try to flip him over. I don't know if it's going to work. Without giving that might be some engine damage there for Cliff if he does get him flipped over. This is still, I was gonna say it's still better than a tow if he can get him flipped, but there it is. He has to tow it. So Caleb Reese out front. Scrumetta gets his caution. He'll take 4 tires. Let's look at the accident here. Mullins and Scrumetta side by side. Mullins tried to clear up to the top of the racetrack, and like you said, just barely wasn't clear. This will be a good view of it. 37 going to come up off the corner to try to get the run off, and you know, he thinks he's clear of the 7 and hard into the outside wall. Tumbles all the way down the front straightaway. What do you think he's thinking at this moment?
I think he's exceptionally happy, glad he's here, and is having a really fun time.
Yeah, that's what I would be thinking. So, with that accident, I think that's going to leave 3 cars on the lead lap. One of whom is Travis Scrumetta, who is now taking tires. Looks like he took 4 tires, so that'll be interesting. Brees still on those 2 tires he took on lap 67. Scherer took 4 tires on lap 67. We have Emerson, who is, I think, 2 laps down. 3 laps down. Christopher, 4 laps down. Cliff, I think, parked it. He's done for the night. So, 5 cars left on track, and 3 are on the lead lap. That'll be the 49, 15, and 7.
I think we got ourselves a race here.
I think this is about how everybody expected tonight to go. I personally thought we'd finish with 1 car, so we've yet to hit that mark. But we do have 20 laps left, so it's totally possible. Pace car lights are out. All 5 cars will get lined up. I think this is still more cars than we had at Southern National, though.
Let's pull Caleb up here real quick.
Okay, all right.
Caleb, going to green here real quick. What are your thoughts here? How are you gonna hold them off?
I'm just gonna go faster than him and not let him pass me.
Perfect. Words of wisdom. Good luck.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully talk to you at the end of the race.
Sounds good, guys.
Let's try and stay low.
Words of wisdom from Caleb Reese there.
I mean, I guess, you know, if it makes him feel better, you know, he says he always finishes in 3rd. Well, if he just doesn't get wrecked right here, he's got an easy 3rd place finish, so. Oh, Scherer, I think he's got a little bit of engine damage. Yeah, the 15's having some issues with that motor, so 2 healthy cars left in this race. Brees and Scrumetta, and Brees got a massive jump. He's almost a second away from the 7 already. Looking for his first win here this season. And it's looking pretty optimal for him at this moment. But he does have those 4 tires behind him. Just got to make sure he keeps them behind him. So, if Caleb pulled us off, this would not only be his first win this season, it'd be the first win in the modifieds. Would not be his first win in Sidewinder, though.
Daytona Truck Champion here.
Absolutely. I think he won the first ever Truck Series race in Sidewinder. That's something to be proud of for sure.
Travis is up to him though here. You got to protect the outside lane, you'd think here.
Yeah, definitely don't want to let him to this outside, but you also don't want to let him get to the bottom and maybe push you up off the corner into the wall like we've seen so many times tonight.
Travis underneath of him.
Yeah, I think those tires are really helping Travis out. But he needs enough to get around the 49. It's one thing to get to him.
Definitely run the high line here.
Good side-by-side battle for the lead. Mike Christopher going to duck out of the way. These two are so evenly matched right now, but Travis is running out of time. I think in about 5 or 6 laps, those tires are going to start wearing out, and he's going to lose that draft help.
I think you're right. If Caleb can hold him off here for another 4 or 5 laps, I think he'll be good to go. Caleb looks like he might have gotten a little loose there, but he's still getting the runoff on the top lane. But Travis is right there.
Good battle for the lead right now. Scrumetta 7, Brees 49. Brees into the outside wall,
no.
Up and over. Oh no! Caution's out. He might have a repair left in the pits. And with only 3 cars in the lap, it's definitely, he says he meant to do that over the radio. Definitely not over for him. I don't want to call it like it's end of the race. It's over, but it's definitely going to hurt his chances. He had it locked up right there. I think he just got a little loose and he had to catch it. Oh man, that hurts to see. Let's take a replay. Let's take a look at this replay real quick. I mean, it's going to be tough to watch, but let's get a cockpit view, see what the wheel movements look like. There he is through 3 and 4. Oh, I think he got tight. Luckily landed on his wheels. Actually, he landed that really well. Couldn't have gone better for him in terms of a flip. So here he comes down pit road. Gonna take that fast rear. Maybe take the other side of tires, which could be interesting.
You might as well at this point.
Yeah, it'll give you fresher tires than the 7, and you should start right behind him. So this might not be a bad spot here for Caleb, but it will be a bad spot if Scrumetta elects to take the outside and the 15 starts in front of the 49. Because the 15's car is way off the pace.
He is taking those left side tires.
Very smart. As long as his car is good, which I think he took his repair as well, right? Looks like it popped everything back out.
I believe so. It sounds like it's run right. Looks like it's run right. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much those left sides are really going to add to his vehicle, but
normally I don't think they would. But here at Bristol, you're just with how much banking you have, it's pushing the left sides down into the track, and I think it's going to wear him a lot more than it usually does. So, I think it's going to help him more than I think Travis would be expecting at this point, and maybe going to catch Scrumetta off guard, because we saw Travis, who took 4 tires. I mean, he was clearly, I think, faster if, you know, the track wasn't the way it was. I think overall, off the start of that run, the fire-off speed was way more for the 4 tires. So maybe now that Caleb has the even tires and actually has fresher left sides, it'll help him out.
yeah, I think looks like he's going to be starting behind the 15 here, though. So that's going to be a really tough job of getting back up to Travis. I think as long as Travis doesn't mess up here, I think this is his, because I don't think Caleb can get back up to him being behind the 15.
Yeah, Scrimmetta takes it outside. I was hoping he'd take the inside and let them both of them race it out, but we are green-white checkered, number 1 of 3.
Yeah, I think if you're the 15 here, I would just pull down and let Caleb go here.
Yeah.
But he
That's
also
what Caleb's hoping for sure.
He also wants a decent finish too. Oh, he is going to let him go.
All right, that's going to give Caleb an opportunity, but Travis is still going to get a really good start.
Green flag, boy.
There's green flag. 49 with a pretty good start considering where he was. I don't think he's got enough time. Only 2 laps. Coming to the white flag this time. This is going to be over before you know it. 14-second laps. Good run down the front stretch. He's to the rear bumper of the 7. Down into 3 and 4. Is he going to make the send? He just can't get there. Travis
He cannot get there.
with the win. Caleb Brees finishes 2nd. Jeremy Scherer in 3rd. Final car in the lead lap. And we got Emerson taking home 4th, 2 laps down. And Morkid, final car on track, will take it home 6th.
That was actually a really good racing, and I was actually very entertained there. I was surprised the way that race was starting off. I wasn't sure how this would end, but that was some really good racing there at the end.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It was better than everybody in practice seemed to make it sound, but struggling with the burnout here. Travis Scrimmetta winner tonight in that number 7 Labor 12 CTCRN car. Love to see. That's a good looking race car right there. But which way do we want to go? Do you want to pull 3rd place in first, or do we want to go with Travis first?
Let's pull 3rd place in.
Oh, I don't see him down here. Hey, Jeremy, if you're listening, join the waiting room. Pull you in for an interview.
Guess you want to go ahead and pull Caleb then quick?
Yeah, we'll pull Caleb in. We'll see if Jeremy ends up joining the voice call.
Actually, you know, well, we can give him a second. Let's pull up Mike Chris and ask him what went wrong tonight.
Okay.
Mike Chris, Lucas and me up in the booth here. What went wrong tonight for you?
A lot of things.
It's a loaded question.
Why did you race so poorly? I mean, I raced even more so poorly, but why did you do so bad?
It's hard to be fast when people wreck in front of you and you get caught up in it.
Have you ever thought maybe the brake pedal was your friend? Maybe you could have avoided some of those? You're not happy. All right, let's bring Caleb.
Oh, did he leave?
He did leave.
Oh man, you made the league admin mad. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Caleb, good run there at the end. I thought you might have a shot there.
Yeah, me too.
The left side tires there. I thought I was so shocked to see that you get back up to his bumper there. Were you trying to give him a little bump there at the end?
If I could have gotten there, absolutely, 100%, I was gonna bump him. That's about the only way you can pass in these, unless you have like several laps with like a short green white checker like that. The only way is if you're pushing him up the track.
It looks like you got it.
Oh,
go ahead.
We saw I couldn't tell if you got loose or tight when you ended up wrecking there with 6 to go. What caused the car to go up to the wall like that?
Yeah, I got tight and I didn't want to lift, and so I hit the wall instead. Yeah,
Gotcha.
It was just we were racing really hard, and I didn't. Yeah, that's basically all it was. I got tight and I didn't lift. I don't know why I got tight. I would say though, with the fuel strategy, a couple of us got fuel right away on that first caution. I was thinking about putting more fuel in it, just because when I did have more fuel, that thing was running like a dream. I could almost run it full throttle, and maybe I should have tried that, put a few more gallons in it, just because I don't know what it was, but it just ran so much better with a lot of fuel in it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, when I think I cut off about a tenth when I came in and put in like 12 gallons.
I was hoping I was going to be able to talk to you for a winner's interview tonight. It was looking likely. I almost think I might have thrown you the broadcaster's curse on this when I started talking about how it'd be your first modified win, and it was, yeah, I do feel bad, but nobody could top the Cliff Mullins broadcaster's curse. Andrew came in here earlier and said, "I hope Cliff Mullins wins," and then he flipped. So
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
Quinn-
no, it was. I
Oh.
don't know. I was gonna say this combination of track and car, obviously, anyone's gonna take a win, but it's, I don't know. It kind of feels like, like trucks at iRacing Super Speedway or something. When you're winning there.
Yeah, it
It's
seems
just-
it was like it took some skill, but it was still like. What you said you were pretty much full throttle, right?
Yeah, I lifting like less than trucks here, so
Interesting.
like
Okay.
yeah, just
Well,
entering the turn, then back in the throttle.
Congrats on the second place tonight. Like I said, I wish I could be talking to you in a winner's interview, but still a good finish, still a good playoff points, and should advance easily to the next round, and looking good for that championship 4 spot. But got any shout outs for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. Glad to see that Quinn was able to join you after his unlucky start there. I got COVID brain, so shout outs to everyone. You know who I usually say.
Absolutely, man. Well,
I'm like soaking wet. So. Fever and VR is not fun.
Yeah, you better go get dried off there. Get a towel.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Hope
All
you
right,
feel better.
Good run.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bring in Travis. You want to take away the Travis interview for me?
Oh, sure. I suppose. Travis,
Hello.
big dub out there tonight. How'd it feel?
Terrible.
Why is that?
I didn't want to wreck Cliff.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, and then I saw the replay. I just felt horrible the whole time until I saw the replay. So
Yeah, no.
I just
that
felt like
wasn't-
I had terrible luck this season, and I felt bad.
Yeah, that wasn't on you there. No, looks like he came up. He was just trying to clear you there. But yeah, to run down Caleb there, you're definitely fast.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, and I like going into this race. I thought it would have been terrible, and then saw the practice times. Like, oh, I got a chance, and then made it through that big wreck that Mike didn't get through, and that saved my race, and I was able to keep digging.
Yeah, it was interesting to see those two tire strat there from Caleb. He almost got to your bumper there. Were you thinking he might give you a little bump there?
I didn't think so. We were pretty chill all race, following each other. We raced clean, so I wasn't really expecting the bump. Really,
he got close. But yeah, all in all, I think there are really only 2 cars left on the track tonight that were not damaged. So you just kind of survived, and yeah, you did a great job of not getting involved in some of those wrecks. I think most of us had some bad luck tonight. So good to see.
yeah, nice to see myself have some good fortune for once in the other leagues this year. I've had pretty bad luck with either spinning myself out or just having nowhere to go.
Lucas, you got anything?
Well, I think this is your second win in the modified series, correct?
It is this season, yeah.
So yeah, you've had some good runs. Unfortunately, you started a little late, so not in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
But you're looking to finish the season out and maybe get some more wins out here and spoil the party for these guys.
Well, I'm not too sure about next week. We're at IRP next week, correct?
Yep, looks that way.
Yeah, that's probably like my worst short track in the entirety of iRacing. So we'll see.
Well, I
Again,
personally
didn't
love
think I'd be
IRP,
fast here
non-biased.
tonight, but I love Bristol, so I'm really not surprised. It's just how it happened was interesting tonight.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a super clean race, and all of a sudden we were down to 2 cars.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we clicked down those laps and I saw we had 40 to go and then that caution came out and then I realized the mistake I made in not pitting and then the caution came out and I came back around. Because
yeah,
when Caleb got around me quick and then Cliff was right on my bumper, I realized the mistake I made. In the incident with Cliff, I was just trying to hold my own on the old tires.
yeah. I think Cliff just expected maybe you, you thought he would get a bigger run, I guess, out of the corner.
Yeah.
Modifieds looked really weird. It almost seemed like they got loose right as you got off the banking. I don't know how it felt in the
Yeah, a
car.
little bit. Like, it was a little bit, but, like, it didn't seem to bother me. Just get found out, I guess, how to drive through it, and it didn't really bother me at all. It was fun. I like that rather than having it plowing tight into the turns at Bristol, because that's just terrible. The loose off, you can learn how to drive it, but the tight in is just not it.
For sure, man. Well, you looked fast out there tonight. Congrats on the win here. You got any sponsors or shout outs for us?
I like to shout out Blake Giglio for not showing up. I'm 2 for 3 when he doesn't show up, so thank Blake Giglio, thank Adam Crozier for this beautiful paint scheme he made. The chrome number fonts looks amazing under the lights. Shout out to Baby Yoda for giving me the force tonight, and you guys for the broadcast, Labor 12, S SRL, and everybody that does work around here, and I think that's it. Oh,
Travis,
Mike
well,
Chris for making this series too.
oh yeah, Mike was not too happy with us. So.
Ah,
Quinn said some things to him.
is he ever happy with you though?
No, he's not. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Travis. Congrats on the win, and go
Thank
enjoy
you.
your win.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Hate that
Well,
guy.
I appreciate you letting me hang out here. I can confirm Mike is not upset. He's spaghetti. He is just didn't want to talk about the race.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're all good there. But I appreciate letting me hang out. That would have been really boring having to sit there for 80 laps by myself. So I really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you joining me. It was good to have somebody else in the booth tonight. And, Mike is definitely the worst commentator out of everybody that I. Sorry.
Wow.
I just like to mess with him. No, Blake's definitely the worst I've had. No, that Blake is terrible. You and Mike are, you're pretty even there. I might have to give it to you. Did a great job tonight. But who did a great job tonight? Everybody who finished on the lead lap. Travis Grumman gets the win. Caleb Reese finished second. Jeremy Scherer in third. Emerson fourth. Christopher finishes fifth, 10 laps down. Morkett in sixth. Mullins in seventh. Elston eighth. You in ninth. And Llewellyn did not start the race because he was suspended. I don't know if I mentioned that yet.
Once or twice.
And after Daniel Llewellyn's suspension, he should be back next week after his suspension from tonight for last week's event where he got a suspension. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Quinn Newton in the booth with me as well tonight. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Make sure to click the links in the description to join Sidewinder. Make sure to watch the Street Stack race and the rest of the playoffs for all the series. And I'll see you next week for IRP here in the Modifieds. Oh, and I'm sorry to Hayden.